Hello everyone, this is Donesa Colipano and you can call me Teacher Don. And for today, we are going to have another video. For today, we are going to talk about IMs, or what they call instructional materials or teaching and learning materials. But before anything else, what do IMs look like? So, you already know what IMs look like, right? So, this IMs is what supports learning and aid in learning and creating a learning experience, as it makes learning more exciting and in order to achieve desired learning objectives. As we all learn in the same process but different experience, learning how to make an IM should be number one in your list. But first, let us know some valuable things that needs to be learned before making an IMs. These pictures are examples of lectures, audio, visual, and audiovisual. And as you are going to examine your students, you are going to first remember that one student has these capabilities, either lectures, or visual, audio, or audiovisual. But then, determining these capabilities will make you a good teacher and at the same time a good educator in determining these capabilities. But if you are going to use these visuals in making IMs, your IMs will be better. For example, one student is having this capability, which is good in memorizing. So, in order to memorize the things that he needed or she needed to do, she needs to listen to audio. The audio types are the recorders, the music, at the same time the things that materials that the children needs to hear. So if ever he learns that things, meaning he is an audio type of person. One of the key concepts of instructional materials is the models. These are the ADDIE model and the Assure model. But first, let us discuss what is ADDIE model for us to have an idea of what these models are used when it comes to learning and when it comes to teaching, and also as making the instructional materials. The ADDIE model is a systematic instructional design framework that stands for analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. It provides a structured approach to developing effective instructional materials as it is widely used in the field of education and training. Let's break down what each stage of the ADDIE model is. A for analysis. In this initial phase, the instructional designer conducts a thorough analysis of the learning needs and the goals of the target audience. Design. Once the analysis is complete, the designer moves on to the design phase. Here, the designer outlines the overall structure, organization, and instructional strategies to be employed in the materials. D for development. In the development phase, the instructional materials are created based on the design specifications. This stage involves creating content, developing multimedia elements, designing activities and exercises, and assembling of all the components to create the final instructional materials. Implementation. Once the materials are developed, they are ready for implementation. In this phase, the instructional materials are used for teaching and learning purposes. Evaluation. The final phase of the ADDIE model is evaluation. It involves assessing the effectiveness and impact of the instructional materials. Evaluation can be formative, conducted during the development and implementation phases, or summative, conducted after the completion of the instruction. Overall, the ADDIE model emphasizes a systematic and interactive approach to instructional design, ensuring that instructional materials are well aligned with the learner's needs, effective design, and continuously evaluated for improvement. By following the ADDIE model, instructional designers can create high-quality materials that promote meaningful learning experiences. While on the other hand, the ASSURE model is an instructional design framework that provides a step-by-step guide for planning and implementing effective instruction. The acronym ASSURE stands for Analyze Learners, State Objectives, Select Methods, Utilize Media and Materials, Require Learner Participation, and Evaluate and Revise. Let's explore each step of the ASSURE model. First is Analyze Learners. This involves understanding their prior knowledge, learning styles, abilities, interests, and any specific requirements or accommodations. State Objectives. Once the learner analysis is complete, clear the instructional objectives or learning outcomes need to be established. Objectives specifically what the learners are expected to know, understand, or be able to do at the end of the instruction. Select methods, media, and materials. This step involves choosing appropriate instructional methods, media, and materials to achieve the stated objectives. Utilize media and materials. Once the method, media, and materials are selected, they are effectively integrated into the instruction. Require learner participation. Learner participation is essential for active engagement and meaningful learning. Learner participation fosters a learner-centered approach and promotes deeper understanding and retention of the content. Last one is to evaluate and revise. The final step of the ASSURE model involves assessing the effectiveness of the instruction and making necessary revisions. So, the ASSURE model provides a systematic framework for instructional design that emphasizes learner-centeredness, active engagement, and effective use of media and materials. By following the steps of the ASSURE model, educators can create instruction that meets the diverse needs of learners and promotes meaningful and effective learning experiences. ADDIE and ASSURE models have several positive effects when used in instructional design. But by utilizing the ADDIE and ASSURE models, educators can create well-designed instructional materials that are learner-centered, engaging, and effective in achieving the desired learner outcomes. These models provide a framework for systematic instructional design and can enhance the quality of instruction and overall learning experiences. Another picture is shown here. It contains the instructional materials, or what do you call the content, and the children, at the same time the IMs, and also the teacher. These four should be present in the whole lot of learning of a children. If ever the teacher teaches a good content at the same time uses an IMs which is effective for the students, then the whole lot of experiences of learning will be possible and it's successful as well. So that's it guys for our vlog, and I hope you already know the things that you needed to do in having an IMs. And of course, you need to remember that when it comes to learning, there are so many processes because it is dynamic, and you need to do is just to enjoy every learning that you have right now. Adios!